Senator Gutierrez, what do you make of Saturday's vote?
Lisa, thank you. So first off, I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. What happened yesterday was a complete abrogation of each and every Republican's oath that we take when we get sworn in, an oath to swear to abide by the law, and not just when we are adhering to making legislation, but also when we're doing something so extreme as an impeachment. This didn't happen just out of whole cloth. You had over 60 Republicans in the House of Representatives that impeached one of their own. We had two senators that were Republicans with integrity, with honesty, that follow the oath. The rest of them, as you said earlier, chose to save their own hides come election time rather than do the right thing. It's a pretty sad day when you look at the crimes that were presented, the absolutely impeachable acts that were presented. It's my hope that as we move forward, the FBI and others looking at this man will be able to unfold everything that we've already seen.
And the fact that you had so many Republicans who were taking the stand to testify against him, and that the defense there was to undermine whether or not they were Republican enough. I want to ask you, Senator Ted Cruz, who you were, of course, running against, congratulated Paxton on his acquittal, saying, quote, "I look forward to seeing Paxton back in office, continuing to serve as the most effective conservative AG in America." Your thoughts?
Yeah, Cruz and Paxton are everything that's wrong with Texas. I mean, we certainly are broken in this state from every issue that you've seen unfold over the last several years. The grid, the children that died in Uvalde. It's Republicans like Cruz and Paxton that refuse to look at the real problems that are facing us in Texas and address them in a rightful way. Ted Cruz would rather go and back the criminal, truly a criminal. We're going to see that in the next several months, than to uphold the integrity of those two Republicans in the Senate or the integrity of the close to 60 Republicans in the House that chose to impeach them, or the integrity of the 7 highly conservative Republican whistleblowers that were part of Paxton's administration that chose to do the right thing and go to the legal authorities. What's happened here, when people unfold and unpack all of this, if you look at all of the evidence that was presented, the developer giving this guy hundreds of thousands of dollars for himself and for his girlfriend, when you look at all of it, it's just disgusting and distasteful and absolutely a crime.
Senator Gutierrez, I want to go back to that Houston Chronicle piece that I came in on, because I understand the frustration of saying this is a state where if the electorate that actually came out to vote looked more like the available electorate in the state, then you would have very different elections, and you would have someone like Ken Paxton be legitimately worried about losing power. What I think that piece misses, though, is that there is also an effort in the state of Texas to make sure that it is harder, not easier, for those Texans to vote, right? For Black Texans, for Latino Texans. And so I don't know that you can completely disaggregate those two ideas to say that some of these people who are in power, because folks don't come out to vote at the rates that they could or should, like it that way and have put policies in place to make sure that it stays that way. It's actually a more complicated situation.
Absolutely. Session after session, these Republicans have come in and made it harder and harder for people to vote. Simply accessing the voting ballot is incredibly hard for Latinos and Blacks and really, quite frankly, poor people. They have put obstacles and stumbling blocks on something that should be easy. They have dumbed down education in Texas to where we can't even get a civics course that tells young people how to vote and why they should vote. We have to really look at what's happening here in Texas, Alicia, because the facts are we are broken and we deserve so much more and we deserve so much better. But it's people like Paxton and Cruz and Abbott and the Lieutenant Governor Patrick that would rather have us look at some other issue, at some fuzzy animal that's out there, rather than to look at the real problems. Hakeem Jeffries is right. There is a Republican civil war going on. It's my hope that people of conscience within that party come forward and begin to make Texas a better place that is a better place for everyone going forward.